All right, let's call to order the Development Review Board meeting for July 18th, 2023. We have one item on the agenda, one hearing, but before we get to that, we have the minutes on the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Any seconds out there? Ronnie, second. All in favor?
Great.
All right, Dan?
All right, we ask everyone that presents to the board tonight to sign in, which Eamon has already done. And it includes this following statement. I solemnly swear or affirm under the pains and penalty of perjury that the statements I make, testimony I give, and other evidence I submit to the board at the board's public hearing held in this state shall be true and correct to the best of my knowledge and belief. Next item on our agenda is disclosure of any ex parte communications or conflicts of interest regarding the matter before us this evening. Seeing none? Okay. Good. All right, as we mentioned, as Dan mentioned, our one and only hearing today is Ingrid Walker, 1276 Burgess Road. The applicant is seeking approval for a 3-lot subdivision of this property off of Burgess Road, and it looks like we have someone here presenting this evening.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. For those that don't know me, I am Eamon Mulligan. I work for MSK Engineers. I have been working with Ingrid Walker and Glenn Sauer on the I'm just going to hold it rather than try to balance it, on the subdivision of the parcel previously used as the Burgess Brothers construction site located off of Burgess Road. We are proposing, as I said, 3 lots, and I'm going to walk you through the configuration of each one. First of those being, unfortunately, I'm not going to go in order with these. Lot number 2, which consists of, which proposes basically the development of a lot that would include both the Superfund site located to the north, as well as an existing landfill site located to the south. Now, these 2 lots will be connected by a 100-foot wide swath of land that runs from the Woodford Town line in a westerly direction to the larger portion of the Burgess site. The second lot that I want to bring your attention to is parcel number 3. This is a proposed lot for future storage, but nothing really at this point. And then the remaining land is 67.45 acres, and that consists of existing structures, existing racetrack, and one of the, so there are a number of barns located on lot 1, none of which have any water, wastewater systems connected to them. So we are not proposing any wastewater permitting as part of this project. Additionally, there is no proposed development at this time for any of these lots. Because of access to a portion of lot 2 as well as lot 3, we are additionally proposing an easement or right-of-way to run from Burgess Road across lot 1 to both lots 2 and 3. In order to do so, we are asking GH Holdings or Greater Heights for a minor easement to ensure that we have a 50-foot wide right-of-way from Burgess Road to these 2 lots.
Are there any questions from the board? Ron?
I just had a comment about the 50-foot right-of-way. I understand what you're proposing. It seems that it's well-defined down by the barns, but then it just kind of peters out. And I did a little color thing that I just want to show you. I was thinking that maybe the 50-foot right-of-way should be well-defined and go all the way to the end of lot 3. It would just be, a little bit cleaner in my estimation, and if you actually show it as a 50-foot right-of-way, because you mentioned parcel may be used for storage, but it also may be developed future, and, usually the frontage would be along a right-of-way, which is what you're proposing there. So it just seemed like, before this goes to record, it would be nice to have a plat that shows that well-defined, so there's no question in the future when the land may be transferred to somebody else.
So you're asking for clarity, more or less add the same sort of hatching or representation as being shown in the easements along Burgess Road to this section here as well.
All the way
And then extend it right to that line.
to the end of lot 3. Yeah.
Sure, I can do that.
It's the only comment I have.
Okay.
One more thing, as part of this project, we are also proposing an easement along this drive to be used by GH Holdings to allow trucks to use this area to access the existing garage located on their land. So they would be granting that easement to GH Holdings.
So there's essentially two easements. One
Yes.
from GH
Well-
Holding and one to GH Holding.
Yes, so technically 3. One being the main drive running from Burgess Road to lots 2 and 3, one being granted by GH Holdings, and the third being granted to GH Holdings.
Got it.
Are these easements in place?
Not yet, no. I believe there is actually an existing easement along the road because of the Superfund site.
Yeah.
So it's been monitored for a number of years now, and they need access to that site. And it's via this existing road here.
So that would be there regardless?
Yes.
Jane?
Yeah, I don't know, I see that it's connected, the two, parcel 2. Why 100 feet? What does it do beyond giving these people access to this or the state access to this?
It combines these, I don't want to say hazardous waste sites, but these two sites, that one being a Superfund site, the other being a landfill, and removing that from the remainder of the property so that it more or less is one entity.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Any thoughts from the board? Yes, Charlie?
I'll make a motion to approve as presented.
Any second?
I'll second.
Bill? All in favor? All right, you're all set.
Great, thank you very much.
Hey, Dan, other business?
Yes, sir.
Now, yeah, anyway, have the powers that be discussed at all the parking on River Street after that bank was in there again? Talk about that.
I did send it out, I sent out a note to everyone, and I'll follow up and see if there's any thought about whether they want to.
Better sooner than later, that all of a sudden the bank's gonna be there. It's gonna be a big rush, I could have done.
Yeah,
Figure it out first, you know.
we should have plenty of time, but I think that it's definitely worth pursuing and having them take a look at. I asked the PD and the DPW for their thoughts on it, so
Okay,
we'll
thanks.
follow up.
That's all I got.
Thanks, Ron. Any other business? Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Make the motion to adjourn.
Charlie? Bill? All in favor? Very good.
Thanks, everybody, for coming out tonight on a rainy day.
Well, that's-